loneliness is a global crisis. So if we can actually use technology to not just further dehumanize, which a lot of technology does, is actually to humanize. So actually, our vision is actually to humanize the world using technology. But I always find that, it's also like after the camera, the people think the camera's off is when all the great stuff comes out, right? Hi, my name is So-Young Kang, and I'm the founder and CEO of Gnowbe. My title is actually a chief energizer. So what that means is my role is to keep everyone energized, whether it's my employees, our partners, our investors, advisors, or the entire ecosystem towards the future of mobile microlearning. I guess as the founder of Gnowbe and this whole mobile microlearning space, a big part of my role is to educate and to really share what this whole topic is all about. Traditionally, we've been learning a lot about e-learning, which is a video-based e-learning content, but the future has become mobile and cloud-based, microlearning, so the attention spans are dropping. So as you see some of these global trends happening, mobile microlearning is the ability to take any kind of content, chunk it up into small bite-sized pieces, deliver it via mobile, but in very experiential ways. And that's really focused on how do you develop skills. So it's actually evolving from knowledge-based e-learning into skills-based mobile learning. So as automation and AI continue to increase, and research shows about 50% of tasks that will be replaced by technology in the near future, the need now for soft skills development and developing soft skills at scale is absolutely critical. So we must use technology in order to scale that because there are not enough physical classrooms in the world and trainers. So now the question is, how do you develop soft skills using digital platforms which have traditionally been used not for soft skills, but for knowledge sharing? And so using a lot of adult science, behavior design, and gamification research, we actually were able to design a learning experience that actually develops skills using this mobile phone. Yeah, I think it's when you start to think about a lot of the focus with STEM and technical skills, there's been kind of this migration away from liberal arts into technical skills. And those are very important, but those are also the very skills that are most likely to be replaced with automation in the near future. So the World Economic Forum has actually published a Future Skills and Future Jobs report. The top 10 skills needed for the future that they have identified, if you look at them, are all soft skills. Creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration skills. Now, the thing about these soft skills which have to be developed and which the gap is getting larger and larger with humans spending less time with other humans and in our technology devices is that we need to practice these skills. These are not skills that can be easily learned by watching a bunch of TED videos, which I love, by the way, but I'm not going to become more creative by watching TED videos. How I'm going to be more creative is to apply, to practice, to engage with other people, build off of each other's ideas. So that's really, I guess, the need at hand, and that need is only getting larger. So the social issue that's actually related to all of these things with with fewer human interactions, which we see resulting in depression on the rise, mental issues, I think is a crisis. It's a global crisis. Loneliness is a global crisis. So if we can actually use technology to not just further dehumanize, which a lot of technology does, is actually to humanize. So actually, our vision is actually to humanize the world using technology. So imagine if the platform was able to trigger you to go have coffee with someone, to go have conversation with someone, to go learn by having dialogue, to actually share, because that's actually how adults learn. We learn from each other through sharing of experiences. And so the technology doesn't have to mean that you have to learn in your phone and be by yourself in an isolated experience. The power actually is that we can use the technology to trigger and catalyze more human interactions, which is my personal vision. And so when I founded Gnowbe, Gnowbe stands actually for grow knowledge into being. And being actually comes not just from knowing things, but by applying them, practicing them, and then becomes part of your consciousness. And our mission is a 3C mission: raise human consciousness, to build authentic human connection, and to inspire change. And the way that we do that is through our philosophy of learning, which is very, very group-based and social. So we're constantly encouraging our learners to connect with each other in the app and also in real life. So one of the interesting things is in the corporate learning space, is that the biggest spending buckets in corporate learning are leadership and sales. So even if the economy goes bad, those two areas tend to continue to get investment. So if you think about why that is, and the content involved in leadership and sales training, they're all soft skills actually. They're the ability to communicate, to inspire, to lead. If you're in sales training, it's the ability to negotiate and influence. So all of these are really soft skills that have been needed and will continue to be needed, especially in a much bigger way. So I just see the gap actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'll give you an example. So in sales, I can watch 20 videos on sales techniques and still be a crappy salesperson. What I really need to do is, at the simplest level, is practice my pitch. I have to figure out who my target customer is, what their needs are, listen, ask good questions, and then be able to deliver a powerful, compelling pitch. Now imagine, so what we can do at Gnowbe is we'll teach them the techniques, and then we'll say, upload a video of yourself doing your pitch. So of course, I'm on my phone all day anyway. I'll upload a video of myself. I'll share that with my team. My manager sees that video. I see my team members' videos, and the top sales guy in my team, you know for sure I'm watching his video or her video because I want to learn, and then I'm getting coaching and feedback from my manager. Now that is real skills building. And so we've been able to see significant results in changing of skills, behaviors, and mindsets by using this approach to mobile microlearning. I don't think there's really a relevance for the future of universities in the future. However, I think they will continue to exist, but they will have a drastically new shape and form. So in terms of knowledge, we don't really need schools to learn anything in terms of knowledge anymore, because we can get whatever we need in Gnowbe or in another online platform. What we really need is social interaction. We need connections. We need we need to do projects together. We need to collaborate. So I see the future brick and mortar school evolving, and the role of the educator evolving into the role of a facilitator or a curator. And it may not be a typical brick and mortar. It could be a cafe, a home, but learning should be taking place all the time now. So as we move into a mindset of lifelong learning, how do we create learning opportunities no matter where we are and who we're interacting with? And so if you want structured learning for some people, because we're all different, then a brick and mortar might be a great environment for some of that structured conversations and learning, versus an unstructured environment. So I think that what's going to happen, and it's already happening, is increased levels of modality of learning. Face-to-face, online, self-directed, asynchronous, synchronous. And so I think humans actually, depending on what we're learning, need different modalities for learning those different things.